All right, hey, what's going on, guys? So what I have in for repair today is a Z uh, Fold 3, and here it is. I've already taken out the screen, right, from this side, or yeah, no, from this side of the whole thing. I've taken out the screen. You can see it. Um, and I was watching a few videos, and I've seen a couple ways of repairing it. What's going on with it is the audio. So when you're playing like a hold on, let me connect up the battery and let me see if I can show you guys that so you guys can see what's going on. I'm sure this is a common thing that uh is on YouTube that you guys actually, I know it's on YouTube and you guys can see videos of it. But regardless, I want to show you guys. So this bottom ribbon cable has to be connected. I don't need it. This is the antenna, I think it is. I don't need that, but I need that bottom cable has to be connected because the screen is actually connected to that one. I'm trying to avoid taking out the front screen in order to repair it. Most of the repair videos that I see is replacing that whole thing. Okay, so let's go to YouTube. First, let me connect to my Wi-Fi. That way we know we're connected and we have some kind of internet connection. I think it wants me to do an update. We're just gonna go to the YouTube browse. We're gonna go to YouTube by browsing, and we'll use that to. Because I just want to show you guys this, so I don't want to waste too much time with signing in and all that stuff. So right now there's a commercial playing. Let me show you guys that. But you hear no sound. See, there's even a video up, but as soon as I close it, competitive. You've got a bunch of and there it is. And watch, it's gone. So see, back. So that's what we're gonna try to fix. Is that audio issue right there? Most of the videos that I've seen, they're just taking the whole screen out and doing it. And I'm gonna save that for like last worst case scenario. I have to pull that out. I don't really want to. But I will risk it all for the biscuit. Because I mean, I've already purchased this phone and I could use it the way it is and not worry about the speaker. But I figured, why not? Okay, so we have these connection up here. I believe one is ground and the other one goes to this connector here. So we're gonna try to track that down and see which wire that is. Okay. So I'm not finding much on there. I could spend all day looking for it on there. So pin 9, 1. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm gonna put it across those like that. and I'm getting a connection there. Okay, so let me take off this bottom piece down here, and we're going to do the same thing to this one, because this is where we're having the issue. Actually, both of them were having an issue where once you close the phone up, you get no audio. There's a switch that these actually control when they open and close, and that's what sends the signal. Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do is, first, I've seen this done only in videos, so we can try this, right? Because this is broken. I've purchased it, mine. I don't even think this is wide enough to hold the whole thing. So what I'm gonna do is, where's the battery? Okay, over here. Okay. So I'm gonna close this up. We don't need it to be super tight in there. We just need it to be enough that I can start lifting the bezel off. Okay, so let me get some alcohol here. And I'm going to get you guys back over the desk so you guys can see what's going on here. Yep, you guys are over the desk. So what I want to try and do is, I'm also going to use my heat gun. But I'm going to use it very lightly, guys. Very, very lightly. I mean, with, you know, the temperature that I'm going to use, I don't think it'll do much at all. But if you are going to do this, you know, just be real careful, right? That's all I can tell you, is to be real careful. Okay. So I just started to lift right here. And I'm just going to be real careful while I'm doing this. I don't want to pull too hard on it, but just enough that we can get this frame piece here off, and then we'll test. And I'm holding my heat back quite a distance away from it. And then come in with some alcohol again. And we're actually going to get some playing cards and different things to help with this. So I have this flat playing card here, and I'm going to use it to help me remove this. Actually, right now I'm not even going to use that. And I've never done this before. And it might look like I'm kind of rushing through it. Okay, I think that should be enough heat. Where did? Alright, we're just gonna leave that card. It fell on the ground. I'm not gonna pick it up. There might be sand underneath it. Alright, let's see if we can. Okay, yeah, so you have to be super careful. Now that I'm looking underneath the microscope and I can see what's going on, yeah, you have to be super careful. Once you look underneath the microscope, you kind of get the idea of what's going on, and you look at it completely different. Like I wasn't looking at it like that. I thought, you know. All right, I need some more alcohol. Looking for the big bottle or the other bottles that I have that may be open, but can't see any of them. Yeah, so whatever is here is stuck in it. is causing the screen not to want to move at all. That's this ribbon cable right here. So I'm trying not to damage that at the same time. There is a cable there, and I'm sawing through the cable like an idiot. I'm literally sawing through that cable. Hopefully I didn't ruin it. There is a cable there. That's this cable right here. So hopefully it's up and I mean I did a number on it, but I don't think it's completely damaged. I think it's it's salvageable. That's the word we're looking for. AKA I don't think it's completely gone, but we'll find out once we get in here and we get it out. Okay. Yep. So we're just gonna put some alcohol right along where this cable goes, and I don't think there's anything else there. We'll stay above that cable though. At least we'll try to. And let's see if it releases it. Yeah, I didn't completely saw through that connector. Let's test and see what we have. Oh, we can't test. We don't have the screen connected up. So I'm just gonna connect up back all the screens. And the battery. And then let's test and see what we got. When it gets to the white screen, we'll be able to really tell. So that's pretty good. Yep, that's pretty good. So far, so good. Let's see if we have touch still. And then if we have touch, we can continue on with the rest of removing this. And then once we get down to the hinge, we'll see what we have to work with as far as the hinges go. We can probably reuse these. So I'm going to put them over here. But I think they actually sell them also. So I would probably look into buying new ones. And then run a bead of glue around the edge when I put the new one in. Okay, and everything seems fine. Okay, so everything seems fine, and we will just continue on with it. Power off. Okay. All right, so let's continue to the other side now. And then we will see what happens. Oh, it just feels like, I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain it. The feeling of you ripping through the adhesive is probably really scary about this repair. I don't really get real scared about repairs anymore because I've done so many, but this one just feels like, oh my gosh. I understand why this is not a service that's being offered by shops. I think what needs to be done is those ribbon cables should be set um on the outside of the actual of the hinge area. So however they do the hinge, those ribbon cables need to be able to um fit in that area. So you don't have to do all of this just to replace that hinge. Because if you don't have to do all this to replace the hinge, then the repair is kind of straightforward. But once you have to do all this, that's when this repair becomes like really sketchy. I didn't realize I would have to also remove the battery to get to this connector. I thought the I don't actually. I don't, but I still have to remove this top earpiece to get to it. And I'm just like gently holding it together while I get these screws out. And that way I don't apply any pressure to the screen. Because as soon as I'm able to get this motherboard out, that ribbon cable should, in theory, just slip right underneath the board and we should be good. So we still have one more screw. I'm not sure what that other ribbon cable does. We'll find out here. Let's see if that one is also needed in order for the screen to display. That might just be the touch, but let's find out. So still nothing. As far as I can see, everything seems to be connected up. Otherwise, from that one. Okay, so let's try that one. I guess all of those cables are needed in order. Uh, it adhesive itself back down. Okay, let's try. Now that we have that bottom one connected up, let's see what happens. And nothing. Power button is connected. That's connected. That's connected. That's connected. That's connected. Thought I could do it without all right, let's see what's happening on the charging end of it. Try one more time before we try the charger. Okay, there we go. All right, so I have to make sure that, like I said, that there's no damage on the screen. And if there's no damage on the screen, then we should be good to continue on with the repair. Yep, so you can see all the white. There's no discoloration, there's no dots or anything like that. So I think we're pretty good. Yep, I think we're pretty good. Something just disconnected. What just happened? What just happened? Try it again. I just want, I mean, I know that the screen itself is working, but I want to make sure that everything else is working. Okay. So the screen is working. Okay. I don't know what caused it to shut down. Let's see. Oh, there it is again. Oh, well, I just disconnected the battery. Okay. So, before we rush through this, I'm just disconnecting everything that needs to be disconnected. Before, okay? Oh, we need to remove the main board. So we have to disconnect these. Okay. Okay. So that's how you remove the Z. Now I've got to find somewhere to put it. Then I'm not gonna go and mess with it. But that's how you remove. So that's how you move the Z Fold 3 inner LCD, not the outer one, but that's the inner one, okay? And like I said before, what's going on with this is this bottom ribbon cable is the issue. We've checked it. We know that it's causing the speaker not to work. So the next step is for me to order that part in, and then once I get it in, then we'll replace it. We'll take this we'll take the middle like bone piece out and put the new ribbon cable in. So thank you guys for watching. Z Fold 3 inner LCD removal. I'll see you in the next video.